Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortoise the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Minecraft on the Farside server. We are back out at the fortress today, and we've got some stuff to do today. Nothing super grand and exciting, but I did want to show you guys. I've gotten, so we did get, I ended up, after last episode, Yeti came on. It was later that evening, but Yeti got on and to help me out, and we went to the end and took out that stupid wither. Oh, I hate. Anyway, so we got completely owned. If you guys didn't watch last episode, we got completely owned by a wither that I thought we were going to be able to easily handle because I had them all trapped and everything. It was perfect, but that was not the case. And so, but we did defeat him, and I offered Yeti the Nether Star because I couldn't have done it myself. I figured, I can go get more skulls and try this again at some point. If he came on and helped me, I'd give him the star, but he said, no, you go ahead and have it. Oh, and that reminds me, I did offer to collect skulls for him. I need to do that at some point. Note to self. But yeah, so we had the one beacon from before, when Cluster and Sirens and I believe it was Sirens, got together. Maybe it was Wumbo. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. That was like episode 6 or something. Got together and took on some others. So we've had a beacon for a while, and I just haven't had it set up. But I decided to finally get it set up. So I did do that. So this ladder, I just kind of dug up, and it comes up under, well, it's going to be inside the hill that I'm terraforming in front of the fortress. But I did get it set up, and I've right now got Haste 2 and Speed 2 on it. I've got this thing built out for, it can hold 4 beacons, and I don't know that I'll need more than that, because honestly, Jump Boost and Speed and then Haste are really the only ones I need. I need to look up what resistance is. If that, like, gives me good defensive stats, and this gives me offensive stats, I don't know. Probably will do these 4. I don't know that I need regen. Anyway, possibly, I guess. But I'll figure that out. But at this point, I'm only going to do 4. I can't think of why I would potentially need more than that. And I've got just, I'm down here at the bottom of the map because the way beacons work is, so a full beacon, all of the layers, which this is, gives you a 50 block radius from the beam. So that's in every direction horizontally and then down. It gives you 50 blocks down, but it gives you 250 blocks up. Or it goes up to the build limit, I guess, up. So I brought it down to level 5, I believe we're standing on. Yep. So we're at pretty much the bottom of the map. This is where the bedrock was, the last layer where bedrock was even enough to, put it down. So we're down here at the bottom. So I started doing some, just some mining, especially because I had Haste 2. I was just kind of wanted to test it out, and I was clipping through. We can do that actually. So we've got, there's my pick. Yeah. So with Haste 2 and Efficiency 5, you pretty much, it's like butter. You can just go, and it's almost tough. It's so good that you're like, falling through you're breaking the ground. So I've got to get a little bit better at it, getting both blocks. But so I've been doing some gold down there. I've been doing that just to test things out. I don't want to be standing on top of it. There we go. But yeah, so I've been doing a little bit of mining. I've never really done strip mines before, and I honestly, I don't really, well, it's not that I don't enjoy it. Some people like, the only, resource gathering they do is strip mining. With this setup, Haste 2 and Efficiency 5, it's a little bit better. It's totally manageable at this setup. But I probably wouldn't mess with it otherwise. So, yeah, I'm gonna do this, do a couple of layers, might go up, do another layer here or something like that, just to see what resources I can get. I did get some decent, I'm not sure how much of it I left down here. I think I might have taken most of it up. Yeah, I've got like 18 diamonds from it, and some other stuff. I was using my Silk Touch pick at one point for some of this stuff. But yeah. So that's what I was doing. I got this all set up. So let's head back up. That's just kind of underneath, and I put it kind of in the center of the place. It doesn't really reach everywhere because my base is kind of big and far-reaching. I'd have to put beacons scattered around the map, which may be a better idea at some point. But if I'm going to have multiple beacons, it's way cheaper to expand out one beacon because they can share the same blocks. So really, I only had to add like 10 blocks to the beacon to, add another beacon or something. So as opposed to, doing the full 150 blocks or something that a single beacon takes. And there's some weird visual glitch. I don't know if it's with the new chunk rendering thing. Like if you're not looking at it, it's not rendered. But like, unless you're looking down, the beacon doesn't show up, which is a little annoying. But oh well. So yeah, the entrance to down there is kind of in this hill, but that's okay. It works out pretty nicely. I'm just glad it wasn't in the middle of the river. But yeah, so, and I should have put this crap down somewhere else, but that's okay. What else? I did a little bit of work over here. I had to change the road a bit. I want to just check on my bunnies real quick while I'm talking. I had to change the road a little bit because I had this segment over here all laid in, and then I started, this segment over here, you guys remember. And they didn't match up properly. Like, the order of these were wrong, so like when we got here, it was like 2 lighter ones and 2 darker ones together, whatever. It didn't meet up right. So in the end, I got sick of it and I tore up all the wood and started it the other way. So now it links up perfectly. This melds perfectly, and it does on the other side too. So that worked out. It wasn't too much hassle to get that put together. And it actually looked like we might be ready for a harvest in here. I still don't have this all linked up. I've got just... what was that? Sounded like crops getting broken. Maybe some... that sheep probably just ate some grass. Okay, so I still have this just feeding into hoppers, or a hopper at the end of each stream. I haven't got this fully hooked up yet. Let us go ahead and harvest this real quick. But it's working pretty well. You have the occasional loss, but for the most part, we're getting several stacks of things per harvest, so it's not something I'm real worried about. I don't need this to be like ultimate efficiency or anything like that. It's mainly a novelty sort of thing. I need it for breeding and things like that, but other than that, I'm not super concerned. And I still need to, I am going to go under and get this on a timer so that, it'll stay on for 5 seconds or whatever I decide that this, takes, and then it'll turn off. But I did start work, so I've got those flowing, they're flowing to the back, right? Yeah. Which it doesn't really matter. Originally I was thinking I was going to put the silo back behind it. But let's go over to the map real quick, and then we'll go take a look at what I've started. Originally I was thinking I'd put it back behind it, but then I'm like, well, why would I? Then I'm going to have to go walk up behind this stupid thing every time I need to get access to my materials. So I was planning on putting it like, here. But I realized how dumb that was, so I ended up, it's right here on the side now. And let's go take a look at it. Deposit the few scraps we've got here. And eventually this is going to be hooked up. We might do this for a later episode once I get the time to actually plan it out. But I've got it right here. It's just up on the hill next to the place. Nothing real huge. It's just big enough right now, and I may have to shift some stuff in here around depending on the item elevator. I haven't really messed with that yet. But I've got chests in here where I've kind of, I've gone into the hoppers after the harvest, because hoppers don't hold a whole lot. I guess we didn't have any carrots pop up, huh? And I've been bringing them over here. So yeah, it fits. I put some just coarse dirt down in here. figured that that would look pretty nice. I actually really like coarse dirt. just keeping dirt in with the grass. I don't know. I really like the look. But yeah, so this is going to be a silo. Items are going to flow. You know, I'm going to collect them all together and bring them over. And they'll come over here, and then there's going to be an item elevator that'll bring them up to the top. And then there's going to be a huge, well, not huge, but 5 or 6 double chests going up with hoppers, so that, you know, the item elevator will take it up, and then it'll deposit them in the chests, and they'll filter down. And so I need to come up with an item filtering system, and I got to figure out what kind of like space that'll take up. I did find one that wasn't super, you know, super, I guess big. It was relatively compact, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so I might be able to fit that up at the top, but it might, well, I don't know. It might make more sense for me to filter them under here and then have 4 elevators going up, 1 for each. I've got to figure out what's going to be the most space, you know, what I'm going to have the best kind of space usage with, because I don't want it to be like ugly. I want it to be mostly self-contained, so I've got to figure out how that's going to work. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on. I've just got the basics here. We may do all of that together at some point, and we'll put together the rest of the silo and things like that. But today, let's head to spawn. There's some cool stuff that's been going on there, and I don't know who's been doing it, because I rarely, if ever, see anybody on, and I never see no one but me and Yeti at this point. I guess Fargo didn't put out a video so long ago that I can say he's not updating anymore, but besides me, Yeti, and Fargo, nobody's recording on this server anymore. Sorry about that, I need a drink of water. It doesn't appear that anybody's really recording on here anymore. So I'm not sure who's putting all the time and effort into this. It wasn't really marked. But there's some pretty cool stuff over here, so we're gonna go check that out, and then we might swing by the Ender Farm. I need to get some levels going and put together some gear, because we lost a bunch of stuff last time. I was able to go back with the well, the invisibility potions apparently don't do any. Well, hey there, hey there, little buddy. Where you coming from? We really don't typically have villagers just wandering around the map. Maybe you should come back down here. And does he come from a sewer? Like, why is this iron door here? Huh. I do not know. I don't know where you came from, but maybe it would be best if you stayed in here. Okay. So let's head up over here. I normally go up the other way, over by the Hobbit Hole, but we don't really need to go to the Hobbit Hole at the moment, so we were going to refrain from that. Main spawn, relatively the same. Not a whole lot going on here. My items at the shop still have not been returned, which is a little bit depressing. I talked to Cluster, and he said it was not him, and I tend to believe him. He wouldn't have any real reason to lie to me about it. And the person stole iron, which Cluster's got his own iron farm, so that's not really necessary either. What kind of frames am I getting here? Seems low. I don't know where they're keeping that information anymore. 30 FPS. 25, 17, yeah, well, rain at spawn is really gonna crank the gears a little bit on us. But over here in the Modern District, where most of the new stuff's been happening, so let's head that way, and we'll see what's going on. Lots of stuff going on, you know. At spawn, it's a pretty busy spawn in terms of just builds. Not a whole lot of new stuff, but some new stuff. So let's head over here. So we've seen McFondle's, Kniva's shop. Well, it's not even really a shop. It's a McDonald's, and he doesn't have anything in here. He's not even serving food and stuff, which I don't know. This is the kind of build that I kind of take issue with sometimes, because like I get, you know, you want to do a build, but like that and like the Panda Express over by my shop and things like that, it's like I get that you want build, but do we need to have so many builds that are just like there's no point to them at all? Like, okay, you built this, but at least put like a 24-hour fitness. Like, we're just gonna build a building that just has fake stuff in it. Like, I don't know. I'm much more functional in Minecraft. I'm not really gonna build something unless it has some sort of purpose, and so these purposeless builds kind of irk me, I guess. This is K-Bon's house, his modern house. It's made out of coarse dirt and soul sand. But aesthetically, it's not too bad. And he's got the jungle wood doors, which I guess every offensive block in the game. But design-wise, like discounting the blocks, it's actually a pretty cool design. So good for him. I've never really had much success with modern builds, but good for him. I don't know if I've showed this before, but we won the lottery before. I did show that. And this is Sirence's lottery house. So what you're supposed to do, how this works, rename a diamond using your name, then put it in. So that's what we did. And I don't know if anybody's entered this since... I don't know if anybody's entering this, but we did win. Zangiefx put in 6 diamonds, I put in 1, and somehow we won. Actually, I think it might have been an issue with his stacking, and so it didn't filter properly. I'm not really sure. Or I may just have gotten lucky, but don't touch water, Al. Okay, so I mean, there's a couple people that we've added to like the Farside group that are mainly League of Legends people. I think Al is one of those people. So it looks like this is his place, so he's actually playing on the server, so fun. This is the train station. I believe we've seen this before. They've got lights up and stuff. This is what I really want to show you guys, though. I stumbled upon this, and I thought it was just really cool. And looks like Zangiefx put a bunch of mushrooms here. This is the Farside Zoo, which is actually really well done, and I wish somebody had put their name on a sign or something somewhere so I would know who built this, because it's just really cool. But yeah, so they've got the zoo, and there's little pens, and we can get down here. Little pens for everything, and so I don't know. It's simple, but I love it. It's so not great here. Like we've got, they've got even like little, like you'd see in a goat exhibit. They got little hills and mountains and things. It's just, they did a really good job with it. And it's just, nothing special. It's got sheep and stuff in it. And actually, it's mostly empty. We should at some point help them out. They've got some pigs in here, at least one. We should get another pig for them so they can breed them if they want. Chickens, it's just, they've got a little overhang here with some puzzle. They really did good attention to detail on this. It looks like a real animal exhibit, which I think is awesome. Rabbits, again, they've got a little hutch here. There are no rabbits in here. We can donate some rabbits. I think Yeti and I are probably the only people on the server who have got rabbits, so we can do that. Mushrooms, we should be able to do that without too much issue. Addie's got a mushroom portal and things like that. So ocelots would be a challenge, just because, well, it's really going to have to be cats. We could theoretically potentially get ocelots over here, but they despawn if you don't tame them. Same with wolves. Like, if you don't tame wolves, they despawn. So it's it's a difficulty. Then they've got this underground exhibit, which there's not a sign on it, so I'm not exactly sure. Maybe this is supposed to be wolves. I'm not sure what this one's supposed to be. But yeah, I don't know. I wanted to show that to you guys. They did a good job with it, and so I wanted to show it off. I stumbled over here yesterday. I don't remember why. I guess I was assuming that because Cluster claimed he didn't steal the stuff, I was assuming Sirence, because Sirence is the owner of the market, so maybe he was shaking me down for money or something. Yeah, that might be wolves down there. I'm not really sure. But I guess they don't have any animals in here, so they don't have it secured. But we could certainly get some of these animals over here for him. I don't know whose this is, but I'd like to help. It's a cool little place. So I was coming over to Cyrence's place to see if he maybe had some stuff stored away, but not that I could see. So here's like the ticket booths and stuff. I mean, they just did a good job with this. So bravo, whoever made this. If you're watching, which I doubt it, bravo. Good job. I really enjoy this. Just the detail that they put into it. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so let's actually, we'll go to Cyrence's place. It's the quickest nether portal, or closest nether portal, rather. Oh! I thought I was going to clear it. I guess not. Alright, and axe. So I did have another axe, so that works out. But a lot of my materials... So I went back. The invisibility potions apparently don't work. It wasn't that I was wearing something or anything. On further research, withers disregard invisibility potions. So I was just lucky before that I was far enough away for the most part. Alright, where is... Oh, okay, perfect. So that does bring us back out here. Which end are we on? I would appreciate maybe a little bit of color coordination in here somehow, so that you can more easily... Like, I have to look for this banner to have any idea where I'm going. So I don't know if maybe making one quadrant, like, so this is red instead, or I don't know. Something I would think would be useful, but... so anyway, Yeti helped me kill it. Prior to that, I did sneak back in with another invisibility potion. It didn't end up mattering, but I did use it, because I didn't do the research until afterwards. And I was able to get a lot of my stuff back, at least some of my stuff back. I got... Let's see. I got my armor back, except for my helmet. I lost. I did get my picks back, which was good. I lost my bow and I lost my good sword. I think I lost my axe. Maybe this is my axe. I don't remember. But I lost a lot of stuff. So we need a new bow and a new sword for sure. Oh, I didn't lose that. I just had taken it off because my chest plate was close to breaking. And we need a new helmet. So we've got some stuff we need to... We can take this down now. I put that up after I failed to kill it. I was like, I don't want anybody else going in there and, like, getting wrecked. So, let's jump in here. I don't know who's digging this out. I don't know, like, somebody needs a ton of, like, endstone. I'm not really sure what the goal is here. I just don't know. But it's causing lots of spawning places for Endermen, so I'm sure it's screwing up the farm. But we're going to try and use it and see if it still is running with any kind of efficiency. I kind of doubt it. I may need to come back through here with some water buckets and fill up all that space. But let's get up here and we'll try to do a couple of enchants if we can get the experience. Which shouldn't be too hard in 1.8 because it compounds, so it's not going to you know, take 30 levels away when I do a level 30 enchant. So and actually, whoa, before we get that nonsense going, let's do sounds. We're gonna turn hostile creatures down. A good click there. And we will we'll get the experience we need for a couple of enchants here. Collect some more ender pearls too, which will be good. I've started keeping a pretty decent cache of them at the fortress. You guys probably saw last time. I've got a whole double chest just dedicated to ender pearls because I use them pretty frequently. So now that this is cleared out, let's see how quickly it fills back in. Oh yeah, these rates are terrible. Okay, I will bring you guys back when we've got enough for some enchants here. Alright guys, see you in a minute. Alright guys, I've got 33 levels here now. Not gonna be quite enough for what we wanted, for what I would like to, in the end, do, I've got a couple of things here I need to enchant. I need a new bow. I did lose my shovel, I think. I think I might have broken that, though. And then a new sword, and I've got some books here because the way enchanting works now is a little odd. So let's jump in here and just see what kind of enchants. I'm breaking 3, fortune 2. I'm breaking 3. None of those are great. What book? Yeah, I'm not doing Bane of Arthropods. Okay. Well, let's do the shovel, I guess. Oh, right. I need the lapis. Huh. Not bad. Efficiency 4. I'm breaking 3, fortune 2. Perfect. Good enough. Alright, so let's see what the sword is going to be. Looting 3. Ooh, buddy. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Just looting 3, so we're going to have to get books and stuff to do the other ones. Let's see. Power 2, feather falling, not too bad. Flame 1. Let's see what enchants we've got potentially for the bow. Breaking still. Power. Okay. Well, we can keep at it here. The rates are pretty slow. I don't know if... I mean, it certainly is being affected by those pockets where they can spawn as well. I mean, it's a little slow to be sure, but I'm not certain if it's like... if it's so slow because of that, or because I'm remembering when 1.8 snapshots first started to come out and they added the Endermite, I helped Cluster make some updates to this farm, which like quadrupled its capacity without like any resources at all. It was super easy because of the mechanic, the way the Endermen interacted with the Endermites. Like you could just have an Endermite, you know, put a name tag on it, sit it on something over a hole, and the Enderman would like flock towards it and then all fall down the hole. Like it was super easy. And you had like no resources in that, whereas like, you know, this setup, if you guys saw it when we came in, it's a huge thing with like tripwires and pistons on every level, and it's ridiculous. And so I don't know if it's feeling so slow because they nerfed or they completely removed the mechanic that allowed clusters improvements to function, or if they, you know, it's just... So I don't know if it's slow because I'm more used to that. I haven't really done a lot of enchanting lately, at least not with using this farm. You know, as I've gotten levels, you know, in the overworld, I've done things, but I had pretty decent gear put together, so I didn't really need to mess around in here. Okay, so we've got this. Let's do our bow. Let's see. Power 4 and breaking 3, so same as this one. We'll combine. Actually, we probably can combine these two bows, and that'll give. Well, that'll just give us power 5. That's probably not worth the levels. 11 to do that. Probably not. Well, we'll do it. Whatever. And then I've probably got some books that I can add to this, or I can buy some from Sirens or something. Let's see. Oh, I do need to make a helmet. Let's do that. Got 5 iron here, so that works out. Although my levels are so low right now, I'm gonna have to do that later. Darn it. All right, so okay, there we go. And put my lapis back. So we've got some looting 3 is good. That's an important one. I built my other sword. Let's see, this is knockback and sharpness. Well, I don't know. I'll work with books and combining and things, because I think I've got a couple other diamond swords back at the Hobbit Hole that just either I got bad enchants on them, or I think at one point somebody gave me 1 or 2 diamond swords that they had gotten bad enchants on. So I'll check that out. But I'll do that on camera. Thank you guys so much for watching. I figure we'll call it here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We've got some stuff to do out at the fortress. We might work on some things. Sorry, there was a loud truck going by or something. Not really sure what that was. But we'll work on some stuff out at the fortress or something next time. I'm not really sure what. Maybe we'll spend some time gathering animals for the zoo. I don't really know. I kind of play this series by ear at this point. Kind of whatever I'm feeling up to at that point. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave those likes, comments, and subscriptions below. And if you've got any ideas for things that I can do out here on my property, or out at the fortress as projects you'd like to see, let me know. If there's projects you're trying to do and you'd like to get some input. I'm not the best redstone guru or anything like that, but I dabble occasionally on doing projects, and kind of like with the farm, that's wholly my design. Which means it's super inefficient and all that, but I don't know. I just like building things, so let me know what you guys like to see. Viewership is, well, this is my lowest viewed series, so I'm not sure, I haven't really looked at the analytics on, like, if any of you guys even, like, really watch it, or if the view count I'm getting is people clicking on it and then clicking away. Do you guys enjoy this series? I'm mainly still doing this because I've got projects I want to do, and because I don't have another series to put on Fridays, and I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday series. That's just kind of my setup, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys are thinking on this. I mean, are you still enjoying it? Are you still all about the Farside or the vanilla Minecraft or whatever? Let me know. And I will do according to what you guys would like to see, because for those of you who are still watching it, if you are enjoying it and you've got stuff you want to see specifically, let me know, because at this point, I'm spending a lot of time on Decimon when I'm not doing other things. So most of my just like free gaming time is going to that, and so I'm not spending a lot of time on here necessarily just screwing around. I mean, I have spent a decent amount of time on here. I'll get on and I'll put in roads, or I did the port or the beacon and started on the silo and things like that. So I mean, there's still stuff I want to do on here, but in terms of like episodes, I don't know. I'm enjoying just playing on here as opposed to recording. And since the views are so down on this, I'm getting like half the views on Farside as I'm getting on other things. So I mean, it's not that I won't continue to do it, but if there's something else you guys would rather see, I'll just no one else on the server is updating anymore, so I don't feel an obligation to do that. Before it used to be, oh, you got to put out a video a week, and I was trying to do that for a while, but everybody else stopped doing it, and so at this point it's like, well, I don't feel any obligation to continue doing that. But I'll put out episodes occasionally, for sure, just as updates happen, show you guys what I've been doing. But I'm going to continue to put updates out just weekly, just because I don't have anything else to put on Fridays. So unless you guys come up with something else you'd like to see, we're going to continue to do this. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I've been Tortoise the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure to leave those likes, comments, and subscriptions, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.